Will the Rays rattle the Diamondbacks, or will they be snake bitten? Hello everybody, I'm Roman Rodriguez for Baseball Banter Broadcast, and here's your Rays Roundup. This is the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Tampa Bay Rays preview edition. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go over the weekend series where the Arizona Diamondbacks are leaving the battle against the Cardinals and facing the second place Tampa Bay Rays. So let's go ahead and dive into this. This is a Rays focus, so a lot of the stuff about the Rays we've already gone over previously, so we'll be focusing more on the opponent, the Arizona Diamondbacks. So go ahead and join me, but before we get into it, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so we know what we're doing good. Feel free to share all you want. If you don't like it, if you think I'm ridiculous, go ahead and share it. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So let's talk about the Rays currently. Who are they as we get ready to battle the Arizona Diamondbacks? Currently, the Tampa Bay Rays are in second place in the AL East. They are fourth amongst all 30 teams with a batting average with a .257 batting average. Their runs, they're currently in 20th with 338 runs for the year. That's 20th out of 30 teams. 10th with ERA with a 3.90 ERA, and their WHIP is 1.23 with a WHIP. Let's go ahead and go over the Arizona Diamondbacks and who they are. Currently, they stand at third place in the NL West, just a game and a half away from the Padres at the time of this recording. So, with the Arizona Diamondbacks stat, they stand at 22nd out of 30 teams with batting average, with a .239 batting average currently. Their runs, they are currently 19th out of all teams amongst the major leagues with their runs with 346. Their ERA, their team ERA, earned run average, of course, they're 17th out of 30 teams, and their WHIP is currently 16th out of all 30 teams with a 1.30 WHIP. That's walks, hits above any pitch. Other stats to go over, currently where we stand with the bullpen. Against bullpens, Arizona Diamondbacks currently have a better bullpen than the Tampa Bay Rays. The Arizona Diamondbacks are currently 18th out of all 30 teams with their bullpen usage. They are showing a 4.23 ERA for their bullpen alone, whereas the Rays, they're way up to 24 out of 30 teams, standing at a 4.59 ERA for the bullpen. So right now you got to give the nod to the Diamondbacks over the Battle of the Bullpens. If you're following the Rays, you know that it's been schizophrenic at times with the bullpen usage. So we'll see if that continues, and we'll see if that lays into my predictions for this series. So also what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the DRS, that's defensive run saved metrics. So right now where we stand, the Rays are currently fourth in all major league teams with DRS, and the Diamondbacks are not too far behind. They're actually 6 out of 30 teams. So you're going to look at a pretty well defensive game, at least in theory. So we'll see if that continues on. Now, the last points that we're going to hit right now is we're going to go ahead and talk about what the pitching probables, and then we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about what to expect with this series as itself. So with the pitching probables, what we have going on, and this is currently, now it could be subject to change, so please forgive me and don't give me the hate email. All right, I know I'm probably wrong, maybe I'm right, but here's what we got for the pitching probables at the time of this recording. It hasn't officially been announced by the Arizona Diamondbacks, but a thing called Google has given me such information. So if you think I'm wrong, blame it on Google. So the Arizona Diamondbacks for Game 1, that's going to be Friday, June 26th. The Rays will be starting Nick Martinez, who is currently 6-2 with a 2.73 ERA, 55 Ks over that time period. And opposing the Diamondbacks will have nobody as of right now. TBA is still listed for them. On Saturday, we're going to be talking about Drew Rasmussen, of course, who is 6-4 for the season, 2.62 ERA with 89 Ks for the Tampa Bay Rays. And the Diamondbacks will be opposing him with a former Rays farmhand, Mr. Merrill Kelly. Merrill Kelly is 5-7 currently with a 5.71 ERA, and 44 Ks during that time period. I'm going to do a deeper dive in a second, so just stay with me, of course. And then finally, for the getaway game, if you will, the Rays will be on Sunday, June the 28th. The Rays will be starting Shane McClanahan, the left-hand pitcher, of course, who is currently 6-5 with a 3.3 ERA, 73 Ks during that time period. And he's going to be opposed by the Eduardo Rodriguez. Eduardo Rodriguez, for Rays fans, we are very familiar with him from his time as a Boston Red Sox. He is currently another left-hander himself, so we are looking at a player who is 6-2 over the season with a 2.27 ERA, 77 Ks. So when we go ahead and dive a little bit over the two known starters, more than likely it would be either a call-up for Game 1 or a bullpen game, if you will. Seeing that they just came from the Cardinals game, that could be the case. We'll see. So let's go ahead and go over Merrill Kelly's stats. So as we touched on earlier, he does have a 5.71 ERA. Now, what's interesting to me is his FIP, fielding independent stat, if you will. So he has a 5.82 FIP, and his WHIP, which is walks hit above innings pitch, which if you follow the channel, if you follow me, I'm a real big advocate on this. This tells me if the guy is walking, if he's giving up hits during his time. So this kind of gives me a good overview of what to expect. He has a 1.520 WHIP. As a reminder, something typically 1.20 or lower is where I want my starters to be. So he's coming in with a 1.520, so definitely looking good for the Rays, at least in theory. Sorry, Mr. Kelly. I know that you're a good guy, but I hope the Rays can top you. We'll see. Now, Eduardo Rodriguez is going to probably give the Rays fits, to say the least. Now, with Rodriguez, number one, I love his last name. Just saying. But with Rodriguez, he has a 2.27 ERA, as we touched on. His FIP is 4.06. So with this, he's gotten a little bit lucky. Short answer there, but again, as touched on, the Arizona Diamondbacks has the 6th best DRS amongst all Major League teams, so his defense is helping him out. The WHIP itself is 1.211, so he's just barely above that mark where I would be concerned, but still very good. So all in all, pretty impressive. It's going to be a tough game. So let's go ahead and go over predictions, and then we'll wrap up, and I'll wish everyone well on this wonderful day and hope everyone has a great weekend. But let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So in terms of what to expect, what my predictions are, I see the Rays going 2-3 on this one. The reason why I choose 2-3 is regardless of who the Diamondbacks push out, I like Drew Rasmussen on the mound. I really like a lot that he's doing. I like where he's going. I like his praise, his presence on the mound itself. Last time when he faced the Royals, he pitched well enough to win. The lost game 2-1 against the Royals, and those runs unfortunately came back to haunt him. Did not pitch as well, but he also didn't get any run support. Now, over the last 3 games, the Rays have been giving their guys some run support if you discount the game where they lost 12-5, but they were able to bring that a little bit closer rather than 12-1, which it was, and it seemed like that started the Rays offense. So their offense does seem to be tracking in the right area, if you will. So let's give that one to Rasmussen in my account. Merrill Kelly versus, so Drew Rasmussen will be facing Merrill Kelly. Nick Martinez is going to be taking the bump on the first one. I like Martinez. Rinse and repeat on this one. I like Martinez. I trust him. He's a ground ball pitcher. He's been taking full advantage of the Rays' number 4 DRS, i.e. a recovering and better Junior Caminero, along with Taylor Walls. He's really been feeding them a lot of opportunities to make outs, and they have not been disappointing. So there we go. So Nick Martinez, I'm going to give the nod to. Game 2 would be Drew Rasmussen versus Merrill Kelly. Drew Rasmussen, as we touched on, I like him. Merrill Kelly, if I was a D-backs fan, I would not be happy with this matchup because he walks a lot and he seems to get hit a lot, and with the Rays maybe potentially hitting their strides, it might be an ugly game for him. So the biggest concern that I have is Eduardo Rodriguez versus Shane McClanahan. McClanahan, if you guys have been following the channel, if you've been following me, you'll know that I love Shane. However, he's turning into a little bit of Scott Kazmir lately, where he will not perform well, and he typically has the same kind of excuses. Essentially, I know what I'm doing, I know where we're going, I know how to fix it, so on and so forth. He seems to be in that rut. Now, I hear that Shane is a good guy. I wish him the best. I'm just calling spade for spade, Shane. I'm just saying. Eduardo Rodriguez is concerning now. The Rays have taken some really positive and elite pitchers down throughout the season. And if they are hitting on all cylinders, I can see them doing the same. I have concerns that Shane McClanahan will keep the Diamondbacks offense at bay, especially after potentially 3 days of being stymied. So that's my take. So all in all, I have it 2-3 for the Rays. Chances of the Rays sweeping, let's put it about 30%. It comes down to whether or not, in my opinion, Shane McClanahan can shut down the Diamondbacks and we can make Eduardo Rodriguez look silly. Now, whether or not the Diamondbacks can sweep the Rays, I put that in about 20% chance. That would mean that they would have to take advantage of Nick Martinez, who typically throws things down in the zone and induces ground balls. They would have to take advantage of Drew Rasmussen, who is a control pitcher. Maybe get walks, maybe see if he can put something in the zone. But again, the Diamondbacks offense is not that scary, if you will. But it's not bad. So if you do make mistakes, they're still major league hitters and they will hit it out of the ballpark. And in terms of course, the aforementioned Rodriguez versus McClanahan, we touch on that. That's the biggest concern of the series. So that's my take. I would love to hear your take down below in the comments. Am I out to lunch? Am I completely off base? Go Rays, go Diamondbacks, whoever you got, go ahead and cheer it up. But tune in here at Baseball Banter Broadcast for all wonderful content here on our channel. And as always, keep on enjoying baseball and go